start, speaking to associations relating to moving from sports of politics to sports of business, because most of these associations that are practicing in this country, most of them have financial issues to qualifications to events ahead of every Olympic Games. How are you discussing that in terms of making them understand the concept of what you mean by that?
Well, for all the associations that gave us the opportunity to sit with them, we've been presenting on a one-to-one basis. We haven't covered all the 28 or 30 associations, but we hope that before election day, we will send a message clearly communicated and delivered, so that they understand that what used to happen was great. But for us to get to the next level, we need to change the way we do politics in sports. And that's just the reality, Haji.
Yes.
It cannot continue this way. I know there's some emotional connections with some of these people, but then governance is not driven by emotion. Even at your house, even in our religion, there's a governance structure that meets us. And we need to move away from this emotional point to the governance point. That would give us good leaders, great associations, and wonderful athletes that would win.
We're going to talk about disability in a moment. We have some few questions relating to your plans for disability sport. But let's still stay with the Olympic sports and sports that could lead you to become president of the Gambia National Olympic Committee.
But the vote of the National Olympic Committee and
Paralympic Committee also comes. We understand that very well. Most of the time when you speak to associations outside of the mic, they will tell you people seek elected office, and they will say all the good things that they plan to do, but immediately given the opportunity to lead, you do not see that in them anymore. Are you not going to be that man, or?
Well, every politician will say that, but one thing that I have done, and my record speaks for it, is at the Chamber of Commerce. If you do something and you do well, when people ask behind your back, they tell you yes, they delivered. When we came in this chamber, I've been in the chamber for a long time. That's how I met Beatrice.
Yes.
I was the trade fair chairman at one time. I was a treasurer before I stood for elections as president. What I have learned over the years, I saw the challenges. So I sat down and put together a team, and we came up with solutions to the challenges. I want to replicate the same thing at the GNOC. And I am going to make sure we're accountable. That's why I put the first agenda item as governance. That's why I say good governance, better sports. Because people have to be accountable when they're in the leadership position. And I have a very transparent way of my leadership in terms of what I did at the chamber and what I do and how I run my business. So this is something that I want to also replicate at the GNOC. And it's a small country. I'll come back for elections if I win. So I cannot promise something and not deliver. On an annual basis, we will make sure we have a monitoring and evaluation report of our agenda and share it with our associations, which is not happening currently. But these are things that we believe that will change the way GNOC is done.
What more do you have after working for your GNOC for 4 years, and you've been the treasurer, which is one of the most important part in any executive? And we've seen in 3 AGMs, organized by your, executive, fail to proceed because of, agendas raised by, delegates. What have you learned during the process that you believe the Jagana-led executive can make a big improvement to bring everybody on board?
Well, I think you were there in some of them. To me, I saw the whole AGM as a family issue. So that's why during the breaks, I would go and speak to some of them outside. And told them, look, we're here arguing, but we have forgotten our constituents. We are sent there as a representative of the National Paralympic Committee. The National Paralympic Committee is not you. I will give you a simple example. When you send your daughter or your son to school, you don't have a contract with the school. It's your child that has a contract with the school. Because they've been molded for the next generation of their life. And what I saw there was a challenge. That's why I reached out to people that I thought would have good consensus and try to break the ice so that the athletes would not suffer. But before joining elected as a treasurer, I was volunteering as the chair of the marketing commission. And I do know how difficult it is to raise money for athletics in the Gambia. That's why I've been telling the guys on the team that we need to look at the structures we have. The current structure is outdated. It needs to be changed. The constitution needs to be looked at and reformed. That is the only way we can move forward with a better and a stronger GNOC.